Lighter, of course.
Lighter. We got one.
We got
one.
We're in the lab right now, and this is where I make a lot of my like gizmos and wizardry. I think we met actually back in LA doing some video stuff, and this is trying to do some video stuff. So without any further ado, Nadir Pearson, the one and only.
A round of applause for myself. I appreciate you having me, my dog. I think did we meet the first time at MJ Biz though? I think that's what I remember personally.
BizCon back in the day when
2018.
Back when it meant something.
Yeah, when you and Aaron pulled up, y'all was there. Cause I remember, I think we went to go grab a beer, get some food. And I was like, oh, okay, this dude's cool, We started walking around, and then I think after that it was LA, because obviously he was out there. And I was still working at High Times back then. Oh, that's what it was too, because you came to the High Times office.
That's what I was referencing.
Right. See
that High Times, man, we can cut to that before. I actually saw that video not too long ago, back before I was ravaged by the cannabis industry and COVID. And anyway.
There's a lot of hopes and dreams.
There's a lot of hopes and dreams, but we still here.
I mean, truthfully, a lot of those dreams have been, achieved in one way or another. If we're being completely honest, so you got to give yourself a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, man. I thank you. I think both of us are kind of driven on like our next, right? Been a lot of change, a lot of growth, a lot of new stuff to happen, and just to be on this side of the continent right now, doing weed in our hometown and our home states, and yeah, man, it's fun. We're about to get active. Yeah,
the East Coast, has been a journey, and we've been seeing this way ahead of the curve, right? In terms of this is, that's my favorite part about this industry, is it being exactly, in a lot of ways, what we said it was going to be. Not everything is always going to pan out exactly how you think about it, but when you think back to us being in 2018, trying to get those skills, anticipating that the East Coast was going to come in the future, we didn't know exactly when, but we knew it was going to happen, and that did play out, right?
Sure, the cloudy crystal ball was mostly right. So now we're here right now. We got a lot of fun stuff to kind of get at. I believe we got some fun stuff to cook in. We'll get to, but I think in celebration kind of that, I want to, it's a big deal, right? It's a big deal for me because like everyone like talks plans, you show results, and that was rad. So, we don't need to be so coy about it. You've launched an app.
Yes.
Right? So it's called
Hybrid. Yep. So if you can go on the App Store at this very moment and type in Hybrid Cannabis Culture, that helps right now, and it'll pop right up. So that's definitely been something that we've been working on for 3+ years. It's crazy to think that, we've been able to do this pretty much bootstrapping it, raised pretty much only a super small family and friends round, did a limited drop in California back in 2021 with Connected, Pure Beauty, Lobo, Saucy, Dose of Saucy, the edibles company. So a lot of learnings up until now, but first and foremost, the app is about getting people closer to discovering cannabis culture in a way that is, more organic, more like how we do with our friends, and I think not just being marketed at by brands all the time. A lot of what social media provides is content and education and community. And right now, the cannabis industry really doesn't have that online. So, there's pockets of it where we can thrive, but if you could go on the internet right now and see how many of us are, some people literally in tears, about how stringent and strict it is to be online talking about cannabis.
Oh, it's spicy. We've been kicked off a bunch, and I've like full-blown Lazarus come back a bunch of times, but as a creator, co-founder of a cannabis brand, like as the guy who actually really put a lot of energy like thinking and trying to like make fun shit that I would want to watch, and I'm just very happy that there's an alternative.
Yeah, I think it's really, there's videos and content that you can post on Hybrid, which is super fun, right? But you can actually tag products directly in the post, which is important just because you tag in brands, but we have specific preferences. Once you figure out what you like, you're like, I like those specific gummies, I like the sativa, or I like the other, strain specific flavor, right? So once you get tapped into that, it's like, how do you find it the next time? Or how do you even know what your friend is smoking on, right? So being able to have those type of recommendations, from friend to friend, or even how you find things on Pinterest, and you save it to your profile for later. To me, that is really lost right now online for weed. So we could have a place where, you can make what we call a stash list.
Cool.
You know, a stash list is
like
a product playlist.
Cool.
Right? So being able to say Eddie's 5 favorite pre-rolls, right? And people always come to you because they know that you're smoking on gas. And you being able to say, hey, here's what I'm smoking on this week, or here's some of my favorite pre-rolls when I go to Cali, making a list that's online shareable is something that I'm like super excited about. And I think as soon as people start to do it, they'll really catch on to what we're trying to build.
Right, that's like definitely missing, right? Like if I want to put you onto some bomb ass Lobo or some bomb ass Connected, like I have to put you to a tag, you have to do all the legwork to actually like get it in your hands. So that conversation from just like homie to my other homie, just to be like, look bro, because if I wanted to send you like a link to like a pair of shoes on Amazon, I'd send you a link.
Right.
That's it, right?
Yep.
You have this app, and I've been really like itching for like the right moment to kind of like show this. But yeah, I have a little special something that I've been working on with a buddy that we both know, the big homie Champelli, a legend amongst men and flower growers. I wanted to add an experience to cannabis that I didn't particularly find and really make it something really celebratory, right? I don't really drink that much, but I do miss like champagne culture and coming out with the bottle and that trophy when I would go out. So I kind of wanted to bring that to you. So right here we have the Pelli Lobo Exclusivo, right? In the champagne bottle.
It's the Yotto right here.
The Yotto.
Hold up. This is clean. What the?
Now.
Champagne de Cannabis Exclusivo. Dale. Hold on. Let me. Boom. Sheesh.
So we have some of that Pelli Exclusivo right here.
Ah, see, this is what you were saving, the gas right
I was
here.
saving the gas. I think this is an appropriate.
That tip is crazy, Paul.
So that's one of the rip tips. That's actually rolled with the rip tip.
Yep.
Custom brand Champelli, the airflow. Well, we actually got the video of it, right? Yeah, so it has some really cool like patterns in it.
But nah, let's run that back though, because this is when you at the club, you could get this instead. Because this is limited right here.
Oh, very limited.
This is limited, exclusive.
Very rare.
This is the type of stuff that we like to see right here.
That unobtainium. I think, sir,
going.
please.
All right.
All right, first smoke in the building, in the stew, in the layer.
Here we go. Let's get right to it.
Oh, buddy. So yeah, we smoked this Glorious J and kind of show us, right? This app. I've actually, honestly, I don't think I've never met a person who's had an app before. I feel.
Listen, I don't recommend starting apps to people, honestly. I only did it because it felt right, and you know, I've been working in this space for so long, and especially on the digital media, like content side, and I just could see that, you know, there was an opportunity for something that, you know, a true tech platform, and that was for the culture. You know, something that really was tapped into what people want to smoke on, and not just who has the most money to pay for an ad.
Like what goes into actually getting something to the point where I can download it on my phone. How do you get an app, right? We all can understand the pain points. Like okay, we've all been angry at a platform for not working the way we want.
That we will not name, basically the Voldemort platform.
Yeah, the Voldemort, right?
Voldemort platform.
So, yes, we've all been frustrated with the Mort.
So I mean, it's the cool thing about, I think, you know, the modern world today is like, if you could think it, there's a chance and there's a path to completing it, you know? And for me, it was just first come up with the idea, right? What do you want to see? Like, truly, you can make an app that pretty much does anything, you know? And then the more the app is similar to other apps, you know that there's, you know, some basis for those features, right? Whether it's showing video, live stream, buying products, right? Things of that nature. So first it was like, well, everybody's getting banned on social media for posting, and there's no easy way to find out what products are dropping in the industry. That was like the first thing that I was like, I wanted to solve for. And, you know, from there I took to going on Figma. You know, most creatives, you're familiar with Figma, it's like a design tool. And I started creating mock-ups on there.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so that's what, you know, I just was like, let me take screenshots of Instagram, let me take screenshots of sneakers apps. Yeah, shout out to Figma. So I did that maybe for like 4 or 5 apps. That I was like, this app, you know, Hybrid needs to embody some of these things. And then I started connecting them, you know? Also, the weed is fire.
The weed is fire, like, the weed is fire.
The weed is fire break, weed appreciation break. So, you know, the part that I left off was getting past Figma, getting the designs down. Our team, I'm pretty much the big idea kind of vision for the app design guy. We have our CTO, who I'll tell you right now, I'm being honest with y'all, his name is Chad. He's a really nice guy though. He's a really nice guy. I'm gonna stick up for this one. He's more like Geek Squad Chad than like Finance Bro Chad, and he's just here for the culture. He's
more geek than giga.
Yeah, he's been building what we've been telling him and not, it's not like somebody who's just coming in like, I think we should do this. And he's like, no, what do you want? All right, we're building that. Great. Here's how we get there. So Chad has been great and he's saved us hundreds of thousands of dollars, not having to hire somebody to code.
Yeah, you gotta have that in-house.
Yeah,
man.
if you don't have that technical skill, that's like just the biggest hurdle, I think, for a lot of people, because software engineers, even consulting, can cost a lot of money depending on the type of app you're building,
Totally.
So it all varies depending on like what language you're building the app, whether it's just on JavaScript, whether you're just using React Native, right? Whether you want it to be, if you're gonna build the Android in the App Store. Right now, we're only on App Store. But we're looking forward to getting the hybrid Android version out by the end of the year. So that's a little bit of kind of developing, and from there we probably raised about $100,000.
Okay, reasonable.
Yep, and that's been in the span of 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years of building. So that it took us a bit of a while once we started to develop the MVP of the app.
For those who don't know, MVP is?
Minimum viable product, right? So it's like, what's the least you can do to prove the idea?
Facts.
What's the least amount of money you have to spend to prove the idea? To say, hey, look, we built something, people are using it. That's gonna help you get to the next stage of raising money or getting to the bag, making your business actually make money for you. So
I like that. It's I think that's something like just on some entrepreneurs, like just on an entrepreneurial tip, that sometimes you can get too lost with these ideas and you want to make it this, you want to make it that, you're so overwhelmed, and it's just like, no fam, just show me not the proof of concept.
Yep.
Right? And then we can build from there.
And what the proof of concept about and what I've been trying to focus on, it's always hard because you get a lot of ideas, you get excited, but it's like Chick-fil-A, right? Like it's chicken. When you go there, it's about chicken, right? So you got to keep the main thing, and I think that's what you have to do with the minimum viable product is make sure the main thing is the main thing for your business and it's working to sustain you before you get new ideas, right? And then you complicate what you're doing, and sometimes you spend a lot of energy doing too much.
I can understand that also well. Individuals get drafted, teams win championships, right?
Yep.
So now we're here, right? You got your team. Your MVP, and then you go through a testing phase, right? Like to get to the App Store, there's I hear people, that's the big gate, right?
Absolutely. So yeah, once you want to start testing an app, you can go to Apple, and they have App Store Connect, which is pretty much where you can go into the beta of the app, which is the app before it's on the App Store. Right? So they allow you to have it on your phone because you need to see how it works with, the iPhone, actually get a real experience. So this is something that's done before, anybody can just download your app. So there's a private link, you're sending it out to people, they have to download Test Flight, right? A lot of people, if you've downloaded the hybrid beta, you went through the whole Test Flight situation. Shout out to you all, because that's a little bit of an extra step. You're getting somebody to download an app to download another app, right? Which is kind of nuts. But it's good for your inner group of people who are supporting you in that early phase of figuring out those bugs. And then from there, you can go ahead and submit that to the App Store for them to review it, give you any feedback. They might say, we got flagged one time because they're very strict on vaping, right? So they don't want to see any vaping products, on the apps in the App Store. So they're like, boom, can't have that up here, take that down, or we've seen this, it's over promotional of this item, you got to take that down. So you go through that phase, boom, 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 you go back and forth. That took us maybe about 60 days, to kind of revise the things that they wanted us to fix. And then we went ahead and submitted that to the App Store, and we're able to go live for distribution. So that's a little bit of the process, in terms of, we kind of fast forwarded through 3 years.
No, yeah, right.
But that is the process there, and it's great to see, and literally, like I said, I came up with just designs. You could do this on Canva. I did a lot of it on Canva sometimes too, where you're just putting together on a screen what you want to see, and chances are there's somebody out there on a computer that is skilled enough to recreate that. So boom, brighten that up a little bit. And so you can start to see, look, boom, first things first, logo content. We didn't set this up like that, it just happened. But you can see, Eddie, whoever set this up already tagged, the Lobo Mini 7-pack in there.
Oh, sick.
So you can see that product is tagged to the post. And when you get down here, you can see all the posts that the Lobo, Mini 7 joints are tagged in, right?
Got you.
So that to me is a huge win. And even look, people over here like Lady Lobo, she created this list, right? Somebody made a list, and now you can see all their favorite Lobo products in one list. So they could share this. I could go ahead and go, boop. Now I save that to my profile. So if they go ahead and add any products again to this list, I'll get an update.
Dope. And I've been really actually liking creating the content for it, because I like just the video centricness of it. Like a big thing is linkability out, right? Mm-hmm. Just because if I'm not always trying, if I'm not trying to link, say, the Lobo product, the fact that I can have it go straight to my YouTube page, right? Right. And kind of have that integration, it's healthier, more oversight, and of the funnel. But
yeah, and that's also to, just like you said, empower. Even if you're not a brand per se, just creators, right? Because creators have so much they have going on that on Instagram, every post, you can't always just go link to bio if it was super accessible right here in the post.
Yeah, because I'm seeing it in the concept of a photographer's. I mean, so you can have videos of your photos, doing cool photo montages, and then have that go back to your website for your book, or have it go back for the merch drop for something. So
this is linked to the YouTube right here.
Because I needed it to go to the YouTube.
Yep.
And subscribe, come to the Lobo Candid Card.
I'm already subscribed, as you can see.
Hey, I don't like link trees and weird stuff like that. Something about that just seems extra scammy.
Yep. So that's, this is the content feed right here. It's a little bit similar to TikTok, right? And the easiest way to, think about it is
contemporary video platform.
Exactly. Video first. You can obviously create posts. Put your pictures into video form, like a slideshow. But this right here, to me, is what I'm most excited about early on, just because this is our calendar page, right? Our release date calendar. Think of, you can go figure out what new Jordans, Nikes, Adidas are coming out this year ahead of time. There really is no easy way to do that in cannabis right now in terms of seeing what's upcoming in terms of release dates, drops, events, new products in the industry right now, period. We are one of the first, I always say that, I put that out there, the first ever cannabis release date calendar, right? In that format.
It's funny because there's so much just intrinsically built into a release schedule with cannabis, right? It's a plant, you got the genetics, what's coming down, it's almost like the plants have it built into it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we got Cannabis on here, right? So, not just events though. PuffCon on here.
That's gonna be lit. Shout out PuffCon.
Somebody's doing a retreat in Jamaica, a smoking and joking in Jersey, Fidel's Texas Marketplace, and then even Glass, right? This limited drop that just happened between Grav and LRG. We had that in here. Within it, you can get reminders about these things. So you get that upcoming release, right? It's dropping in a day. It's dropping in an hour. All without having to worry about, is this gonna be shadow banned? No, it's not, because we're just talking about cannabis on a cannabis platform.
We outside, we inside. We back.
That shit. I should have looked at these parlays before the first recording. It would have been way more lit.
There's a high bit. We're doing big things. As a matter of fact, we self-funded these apps. Parlay. Yo, you're not gonna learn that on Y Combinator.
Plus 5,000 on everything. Let's go.
Right. What you know about that?
I don't know nothing about the plus 5,000.
All right. So one of these wonderful. What is this? Is I can find on this hybrid?
Yes. We have these on hybrid. It's the Sesh Life case. So it's super dope. It's just like a personal storage kit that you can have. I took this on vacation with me just recently. Got all my weeds in it. Had a bunch of gummies in it. Right now I just got some weed.
Nice.
Yup. Each one, eighths fit in here. You can fit more than eighth, because this is an eighth straight from the jar. And then you got my flour mill and the 2.5 inch. I think this is a 2.5 inch flour mill. Fits nicely in here. The bigger one, not so much.
I like me a good grinder.
Yeah, exactly. A decent grind. And I'm glad they make it that size too. But
Yeah.
and then boom, they got another side case in here. And I actually seen most recently they have a replacement like pod, one that's actually 4. So it's kind of like double of these.
Oh,
like
sick.
a really big one, you could put like a half ounce or something.
We always love a good stash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just stoner in us. Yeah, man, thanks.
Yeah,
you know, thanks for coming through. Thanks for telling about the app.
Absolutely.
I think, you know, it should be fun. And we'll be back.
Lots of drops, giveaways, and excitement coming this year. Definitely, again, follow us at hybrid.app on Instagram, TikTok. And yeah, man, tap in, bro. Very excited.
This is the one. All right, man. We
Nice.
out. Peace.